it go. And listen to me. This is going to be very important in the coming days. I'm not letting this go. I want to find out what happened because it can never happen again. Not to a Democrat, not to a Republican, not to a Libertarian, not to any United States citizen. You do not get to alter or try to change the course of electoral politics by fabricating a story, hijacking the justice system then to give the patina of truth to a fake story. You don't get to do that. Why do I bring that up now? Because who is the ringmaster of that circus? Yes, Adam Schiff.
Shifty Schiff, 9 inches around the neck. And I watch this guy, uses the world's smallest collar, right?
Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump. Talk about someone who was conflicted out of the game because he was part of the hoax that brought Charmella in, manufactured that false accusation, and then peddled it out to the world. And he continued, not surprising, he's lied about almost everything in his life. But now he lied just to set up a presidential impeachment. And that's what I was talking about, these disinformation campaigns. He should be investigated because he lied to the world about his interactions with Charmella, who is a whistleblower, and I can't stress it enough, that started a presidential...
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Good mood today. If you only knew. You ever hear that House on Fire song? It's one of his old songs. This guy's on fire, just like the Bailey. That house on fire. He is on fire, Schiff. Well, 100% success rate of failing. Why is Adam Schiff so worried? Folks, I strongly encourage you to go back and take another look today at the Russia collusion hoax. I know it's a story that's old and a lot of people want to move on. I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want to move on. We had the FBI in conjunction with the Department of Justice, officials in Congress, foreign governments, and intel people fabricate a story, invent a story that could have caused and done serious long-term harm to international relations with a nuclear-powered foe. It's kind of a big freaking deal. I'm not letting it go. And listen to me. This is going to be very important in the coming days. I'm not letting this go. I want to find out what happened because it can never happen again. Not to a Democrat, not to a Republican, not to a Libertarian, not to any United States citizen. You do not get to alter or try to change the course of electoral politics by fabricating a story, hijacking the justice system then to give the patina of truth to a fake story. You don't get to do that. Why do I bring that up now? Because who is the ringmaster of that circus? Yes, Adam Schiff.
Right now, trending worldwide is pencil neck for prison. Put your hands behind your back.
Did say that there is ample evidence, and indeed there is, of collusion of people in the Trump campaign with the Russians. There's clear evidence on the issue of collusion. There is ample evidence of collusion in plain sight. Plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy. And there is significant evidence of collusion. The president is someone who seems pathologically incapable of telling the truth. This president or people around him may be compromised by a foreign power.
Have you seen, do you have direct evidence of collusion with Russia?
There is direct evidence. There's abundant evidence of collusion, persistent allegations that the Russians have been laundering money through the Trump organization. Continues to believe Russian propaganda. That makes him dangerous to our country. Donald Trump and his campaign colluded with the Russians. There is ample evidence of collusion. There is significant evidence, much of it in the public domain, on the issue of collusion. Certainly say with confidence that there is significant evidence of collusion. Ample evidence in the public domain on the issue of collusion. There is circumstantial evidence of collusion. There is direct
Biles and Pam Bondi's court now. We did the investigation. Obviously, when Joe Biden pardoned his entire family, that was an admission of guilt. So we're hopeful that the Trump Justice Cabinet disregards the pardons, because I don't think the pardons would stand up in court. This family should be held accountable. Right now, the only person on the planet that has the ability to do that would be the Justice Cabinet. So hopefully they'll do that. They've got a lot of stuff to clean up there. But Jim Jordan and I, we've done the investigation. We've proven the criminal wrongdoing. The banks caught it years ago. I'm optimistic that Cash Patel will be able to hold some people accountable in the FBI that were a part of the cover-up that allowed the statute of limitations to expire on a lot of that stuff. So I think that justice is about to happen, and I'm just proud of the work that my colleagues on the Oversight Committee did in exposing the crimes that the Biden family committed to the American people. I think that was an important piece of the election. The American people knew this past November how corrupt the Biden family was, and how the Democrats in Congress had done nothing but defend and obstruct to prevent the American people from getting the truth.
And you mentioned that. How important is it that we get Cash Patel in as FBI director? Compare the former FBI to what it will be under Cash Patel.
I would argue Cash Patel is the most important nominee that has to be confirmed, and he's towards the bottom, but better late than never. I'm a big Cash Patel fan. That agency needs to be reformed more than any, and there are a lot of people that need to be fired, a lot of people that need to be deposed in the FBI. I think Cash Patel's the guy to do it.
But y'all know what we advocate for on this channel, man. People to be made an example out of, people to be fired, sued, arrested with their hands behind their back. And this fella is on the top of our list right now. We want to see him walked out. And I want them handcuffs to be tight. Oh, I want them handcuffs to be on there tight. And I need cameras everywhere. This piece of needs to be walked out with his hands behind his back. Thrown in the slammer. Thrown in the hole.
Monday evening, here's a little bit of what happened today. So President Trump met in the Oval Office with Emmanuel Macron, the president of France. So it was a meeting in the White House with the leader of the free world. Sadly, though, the leader of the free world was not Donald Trump. In this case, it was more Emmanuel Macron, who during that meeting took the side of Ukraine, called out Russia's aggression. Trump was given the opportunity to call Putin a dictator. He couldn't do it. He said something to the effect of, I don't use language like that lightly. Of course, less than a few days ago, he called Zelensky a dictator. So sad to see the President of the United States not being the leader of the free world, but he isn't, not anymore. In other news today, Elon Musk's email continues to reverberate. This is the one to all federal employees calling on them to tell them what they did during their week or potentially face resignation. Some of the agencies are pushing back on that. The president said people could get fired if they don't respond appropriately, or maybe semi-fired, whatever the hell that means, just creating more confusion. But let me go to some of your questions. Here is one from Danny. Why is America voting with Russia at the UN? So there was a resolution on the 3rd anniversary of the war in Ukraine expressing support for Ukraine because Trump is weak, because he won't stand up to the Kremlin dictator, because he has more affinity for the Kremlin than he does for our own allies.
This guy's a clown, man. This guy is... I want to see him walked out with his hands behind his back. We have all the evidence. Yeah, come on. We got Cash in there. Dan, Pam. Let's get it done. Jim just came out and said we can disregard any preemptive pardon. Yeah, there needs to be a full-blown investigation, and this fellow needs to be walked out, man.
And for democracy, it is a shameful chapter of American history. Let's go to another question. Larry asks, old promises to leave Medicare and Medicaid intact now appear to be up in the air. Where does it really stand? Well, certainly Medicaid is on the chopping block. They expect to get about 40 to 44% cuts out of Medicaid to help fund their tax cut for billionaires.
I don't know why anybody would ask this fella here any questions. Why anybody would ask him a question and would care for an answer. I'm just saying.
They've been less clear. They've been less clear about their plans for Medicare. But suffice to say, we can't rely on them because there's only one out.
Pencil neck for prison.